Hello, brothers, and welcome to Sigma Old Man Channel. The most dangerous man in the room isn't the loudest, it's the one watching silently, calculating your every move. Here's a cold, hard fact. The human brain is wired to underestimate silence. We mistake quietness for weakness, but that's where the Sigma male thrives, in the blind spots of everyone's assumptions. He doesn't roar like an alpha or seek approval like the rest. He simply exists on his own terms, operating like a phantom no one can pin down. Think of him as the Wi-Fi signal you can't see but can't live without. Always there, quietly controlling the flow of everything. This is the man you must fear, not because he seeks power, but because power finds him, drawn to his unshakable independence like moths to a flame. If you thought the alpha was scary, wait until you meet the Sigma, silent, strategic, and with just enough unpredictability to make even the boldest rethink their moves. Buckle up, because by the end of this, you'll know exactly why crossing a Sigma male isn't just a bad idea. It's a gamble you're destined to lose. And spoiler alert, the house always wins. Number 1, they see people as they truly are, not as they pretend to be. Sigma males have an uncanny ability to see people exactly as they are, not as they pretend to be. It's like they've cracked the code that most people spend their lives hiding behind. This isn't just about reading body language or picking up on subtle cues. It's deeper. They notice the contradictions in what you say and what you do, the flicker of hesitation when you lie, and the way your energy shifts when you're trying too hard. To them, every action is a breadcrumb leading to who you really are. And they collect those crumbs faster than you can drop them. What makes this unsettling is that they don't call you out outright. They just know. They might keep it to themselves, or they might let their knowledge surface in ways that make you squirm. Subtle comments that hit a little too close to home, or a raised eyebrow that feels like it's peeling back your layers. It's not about manipulation or malice, it's about clarity. Sigma males don't like guesswork, so they don't bother engaging with the masks people wear. What's terrifying is that there's no defense against this. You can't outsmart them by being clever or overcompensate with charm. They'll see the cracks in your facade and the insecurities you try to bury. It's not personal. They just have a natural radar for authenticity. This is why people often feel uneasy around them. It's not that Sigma males are intimidating in the traditional sense. It's that they strip away pretense without even trying. They force you to confront yourself in their presence. And for many, that's scarier than any overt threat. With a Sigma male, there's nowhere to hide, and that truth alone is enough to shake even the most confident. Number 2, their loyalty is conditional and it's chillingly rational. Sigma males approach loyalty like a calculated investment. They don't offer it freely, nor do they expect it blindly. For them, loyalty is earned through mutual respect, shared values, and actions that prove you're worth their time. They aren't swayed by emotional manipulation or surface-level connections. Their loyalty comes with conditions, and they're unapologetic about it. What sets them apart is their ability to walk away without looking back. If you betray them or fail to uphold the unspoken agreement of trust, they won't explode in anger or plot revenge. Instead, they'll cut ties so cleanly that it feels as if you never existed in their life to begin with. It's not pettiness or drama, it's their way of preserving their energy and protecting their peace. To a Sigma male, loyalty is sacred, and any betrayal is a sign that the connection wasn't worth keeping. This isn't to say they're cold or heartless. In fact, when a Sigma male commits to someone, that loyalty is unshakable. They will go to great lengths to support and protect those who've proven themselves deserving. But the moment you show signs of dishonesty or take their loyalty for granted, the switch flips. Their detachment is swift and final, leaving no room for second chances. This rational approach to loyalty can be unsettling because most people expect at least some degree of emotional attachment or hesitation. But Sigma males don't operate on emotions alone. They value logic and fairness above all else. They know their worth and won't tolerate one-sided loyalty. It's not about being harsh, it's about refusing to settle for anything less than genuine mutual respect. To them, loyalty isn't just a virtue, it's a choice that must be upheld by actions, not empty promises. Number 3, they kill egos without even trying. Sigma males have an effortless way of dismantling egos, and the irony is they're not even trying. They don't need to puff their chests or dominate conversations to prove their worth. Instead, they radiate a quiet confidence that speaks louder than any bravado ever could. This natural self-assurance has a way of shining a spotlight on the insecurities of those around them, exposing all the cracks that others work so hard to hide. When people encounter a Sigma male, their instinct to assert dominance often backfires spectacularly. Trying too hard to impress or compete only highlights how insecure they really are. The Sigma male, unbothered and detached, watches it all unfold with a calm neutrality that can feel almost unnerving. It's not arrogance, it's their complete lack of interest in the power games most people cling to. What's truly humbling is that Sigma males don't actively tear anyone down. They simply exist in a way that forces others to confront their own weaknesses. Their refusal to participate in the usual posturing is like a mirror reflecting the unnecessary effort of those desperate for validation. The harder someone tries to assert dominance, the more ridiculous they appear in comparison to the Sigma's effortless composure. This is why being around a Sigma male can feel both fascinating and frustrating. They don't need to say or do anything to make their presence felt, it just is. And for those who rely on external validation to feel powerful, that quiet presence is a threat they can't quite understand. Sigma males don't kill egos with malice. They do it with indifference, which in many ways is far more devastating. Number 4, they're walking paradoxes that confuse and intimidate. Sigma males are a puzzle that no one can solve, and that's exactly what makes them so intriguing and intimidating. They embody contradictions that shouldn't coexist, yet somehow do. They can sit quietly in a room, seemingly detached, but when they speak, their words carry a weight that commands attention. They're kind enough to help, but sharp enough to never be taken advantage of. They'll offer advice with genuine care, yet hold back a part of themselves that you'll never truly access. This complexity keeps people guessing. Just when you think you've figured them out, they'll surprise you with an action or decision that defies your expectations. They're approachable, even charming, but there's always a hint of distance, a reminder that they're not fully letting you in. It's not that they're trying to be mysterious, it's just who they are, layers upon layers that only a few will ever get close enough to peel back. What unsettles people the most is their unpredictability. Society loves to put people into neat little boxes: alpha, beta, leader, follower. But Sigma males smash those categories to pieces. One moment, they'll step into the spotlight and take charge with unshakable confidence. The next, they'll fade into the background, observing quietly. They don't play by the rules, yet they're not reckless. They don't seek power, yet it seems to gravitate toward them. This paradoxical nature creates a sense of unease in others. People fear what they can't understand, and Sigma males are like walking enigmas. They don't fit into the narratives others try to impose. And that defiance of expectations leaves people off balance, wondering whether to be inspired by them or intimidated by what they represent. The answer, of course, is both. Number 5, they won't fight you. They'll dismantle your foundation. Sigma males don't waste their time or energy on petty confrontations or flashy displays of power. They operate on a whole different level, one where brute force is replaced by strategy, and winning isn't about crushing you in the moment, but dismantling everything you rely on to feel powerful. They'll never engage in a shouting match or throw punches to prove a point, because they know the real game is played at a far deeper level. When conflict arises, they don't attack the surface. Instead, they zero in on the foundation of your confidence, authority, or influence, the very thing that gives you strength. It's not about revenge or malice, it's about efficiency. Why waste energy fighting when they can pull the rug out from under you and let the collapse speak for itself? They'll calmly assess your vulnerabilities, pinpoint the cracks in your structure, and apply just enough pressure to bring the whole thing down. What makes this even more unnerving is their patience. Sigma males are not impulsive. They're calculated. They'll wait, observe, and strike only when the timing is perfect. By the time you realize what's happening, it's already too late. They didn't just win the battle. You lost the war without even knowing you were in one. This approach doesn't just leave their opponents defeated, it leaves them shaken. It's one thing to lose a fight, but it's another to feel like the very essence of what made you strong has been stripped away. With Sigma males, the real power lies in their ability to deconstruct, not destroy. They don't just beat you, they unravel you piece by piece until there's nothing left to fight for. And that's a level of dominance most men can't even comprehend. Number 6, they don't just break rules, they rewrite them. Sigma males don't waste time blindly following societal rules. They evaluate them, question their purpose, and more often than not, decide they're better off rewriting them entirely. For them, rules aren't sacred. They're merely frameworks designed for the masses, often benefiting those who created them more than those who follow them. This understanding sets Sigma males apart because while others feel confined by these structures, they see opportunities to exploit the system's weaknesses and carve their own unique path. It's not that they're reckless or defiant for the sake of rebellion. On the contrary, Sigma males are highly calculated. They study the rules in detail, not to obey them, but to find the loopholes that let them bypass unnecessary limitations. While everyone else is busy running in the hamster wheel, following the same tired routine, the Sigma male has quietly built his own shortcut. He doesn't just break the rules, he redesigns the entire game to suit his vision. This ability to navigate outside conventional norms is what makes them so effective and frankly intimidating. It's hard to compete with someone who isn't playing by the same rules. While most people are stuck fighting for promotions, seeking approval, or chasing societal milestones, the Sigma male has already achieved what he wants on his own terms. He doesn't ask for permission because he doesn't need it. What's unsettling is how seamlessly they do it. They don't make a big show of their independence. They simply act, leaving others wondering how they managed to achieve what seemed impossible. Their success isn't loud, but it's undeniable, a quiet yet powerful reminder that the rules only matter if you let them. Sigma males don't conform to the system, they reinvent it, leaving everyone else scrambling to catch up. Number 7, they can burn bridges and still swim across the ocean. Sigma males are the epitome of self-reliance, and their independence is so profound that burning bridges doesn't faze them. While most people tiptoe around conflicts to preserve relationships and resources, Sigma males operate with a boldness that others find unsettling. They don't cling to connections out of fear or necessity because they've built their lives on a foundation that doesn't rely on anyone else. If a bridge needs to be burned to protect their integrity or clear their path, they'll light the match without hesitation. This isn't about recklessness, it's about clarity. Sigma males know that some bridges aren't worth keeping. Whether it's toxic relationships, stifling environments, or one-sided dependencies, they recognize when something no longer serves them. Rather than waste time trying to repair or maintain what's broken, they let it go and move forward. What's remarkable is their ability to thrive despite these scorched ties. They don't just survive without the bridges, they excel. Their self-reliance is their secret weapon. Sigma males have cultivated skills, knowledge, and resilience that allow them to navigate life's challenges without needing a safety net. They don't rely on favors, connections, or handouts. They chart their own course. And when others try to use those burned bridges as leverage, threatening to withhold opportunities or support, the Sigma male simply shrugs and builds his own path. What truly intimidates people is that you can't corner someone like this. How do you threaten a man who's already figured out how to swim across the ocean? Sigma males aren't just independent, they're unstoppable. Burning bridges doesn't hinder them. It clears the way for them to create something even greater on their own terms, leaving others wondering how they do it. Number 8, they'll outthink you before you've even started. Sigma males have a knack for staying 3 steps ahead, often before you even realize you're in a game. They don't rely on brute force, charisma, or flashy tactics to navigate challenges. Instead, they use razor-sharp intelligence and relentless analysis to dismantle obstacles and opponents with an almost eerie precision. Their moves are so calculated that by the time you react, it's already too late. They've won without breaking a sweat. Their intelligence isn't just about IQ or academic prowess. It's an intuitive understanding of how people and systems work. Sigma males don't just see the surface, they uncover the hidden layers, dissecting motivations, weaknesses, and potential outcomes in seconds. This allows them to predict behavior with uncanny accuracy. While others are busy improvising or trying to charm their way through, the Sigma male has already charted multiple scenarios and prepared for every one of them. What's unnerving is how effortlessly they do it. They don't gloat or make a show of their intellect. In fact, they often let others underestimate them, knowing it's easier to win when your opponent thinks they have the upper hand. By the time they make their move, it feels less like a victory and more like they've orchestrated the entire situation to play out in their favor. This ability to outthink, adapt, and dominate without raising their voice or showing their hand is what makes them so intimidating. You can't outmuscle someone who's already unraveled your strategy, nor can you outtalk someone who's already anticipated your arguments. Sigma males don't just beat you, they leave you wondering how you ever thought you stood a chance. And that quiet, cerebral dominance is a power few can even comprehend, let alone match. Number 9, your threats are empty to someone who's unafraid of consequences. Sigma males operate with a level of detachment that others can only envy and fear. They've seen enough, thought enough, and prepared enough that no threat or consequence can shake them. While most people are terrified of what might happen if things go south, Sigma males have already looked into the abyss, evaluated it, and emerged with a clear understanding they'll survive, no matter what. This is why fear tactics are useless against them. You can try to intimidate, threaten, or use psychological warfare, but it's like firing rubber bullets at someone made of steel. Your efforts just bounce off without leaving a mark. The Sigma male's ability to detach from fear comes from a unique blend of self-confidence, preparation, and a deep understanding of his own resilience. When others are frozen by the prospect of failure, rejection, or losing everything, he's already made peace with those possibilities. He's not reckless, he's calculated. He knows that real power comes from being unaffected by external pressures, and this mindset gives him an unshakable edge. If something goes wrong, he'll adapt, find a new path, and come out stronger. The threat of consequences doesn't just lose its sting, it becomes irrelevant. What makes this trait so powerful is that it makes the Sigma male unpredictable. If you can't scare someone who has already embraced the worst that could happen, how can you control or defeat them? They know that real strength isn't in avoiding risk, but in being prepared to face it head-on and emerge unscathed. To the Sigma male, threats are just noise, temporary, meaningless, and easily dismissed. This is why people find them so intimidating. They don't just face challenges, they face them with a calm, unyielding confidence that no one can crack. Number 10, they don't seek power, but power seeks them. Sigma males don't have to go out and chase power because, in a way, power is drawn to them. Unlike alpha males who work tirelessly to be at the top of the hierarchy, Sigma males exude an unspoken strength that commands respect and draws opportunities toward them effortlessly. They don't seek recognition, prestige, or control over others. They're not caught up in the desperate pursuit of status. Instead, they focus on the path, honing their skills and maintaining their independence. This focus and inner strength make them irresistible to power, which gravitates toward them like a force of nature. This natural magnetism stems from their competence and self-sufficiency. Sigma males don't just talk the talk, they walk the walk. They consistently demonstrate they're capable, reliable, and resilient, which creates an aura of influence that others can't ignore. People, whether they realize it or not, are drawn to them, looking for leadership, guidance, or inspiration. Even when Sigma males stay in the background or purposely keep a low profile, their presence is felt. It's the silent type of influence, one that doesn't make noise but shifts the balance of power by its sheer authenticity and impact. What's truly terrifying about this is that Sigma males don't need to play the political game to gain power. It's almost as if it comes to them by default. Others scramble for it, spend years vying for recognition, and still never reach that elusive peak, while the Sigma male remains steady, focused, and unwavering. Power finds him because it recognizes a force that doesn't need it but deserves it. And that's what makes him truly formidable. He's not looking for power, but he possesses it in a way that others can only envy. In a world where most men hustle for dominance, recognition, and influence, Sigma males stand apart by doing the one thing others can't. They don't need to try. They don't chase power or validation. They embody it. They're complex, unpredictable, and self-sufficient to the point where even their vulnerabilities become strengths. They don't play by the conventional rules. They bend and reshape them until they fit their unique vision. While others burn energy on superficial battles and ego-driven pursuits, Sigma males move with a quiet confidence that shifts the landscape without ever raising a finger. To fear a Sigma male isn't to fear a man who boasts and blusters, but one who can see through your bravado, dismantle your strategies, and adapt in ways that leave you scrambling to keep up. They don't rely on intimidation because they know it's powerless against them. They're detached, resilient, and impervious to the typical triggers that rattle others. They don't dominate. They outthink, outmaneuver, and outlast. Their power isn't loud or flashy. It's like the storm that gathers in the distance, calm and undeniable until it sweeps everything in its path. So if you ever find yourself facing a Sigma male, know this. You're dealing with a force that doesn't need to prove itself because it's already proved everything it needs to. They don't just survive in a world that thrives on competition and chaos. They redefine what it means to be powerful in a way that leaves others not just defeated but bewildered. In the end, it's not about what Sigma males want, it's about what they become: unstoppable, untouchable, and unforgettable. If you found this exploration of the Sigma male's unmatched power and mystique captivating, don't let the journey end here. Subscribe to the channel and join a community that dives deep into the qualities, traits, and strategies that set extraordinary individuals apart. We're here to challenge the ordinary, dissect the complex, and keep you inspired to think, act, and live differently. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more content that uncovers the stories and insights that make you unstoppable. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Welcome to the journey. Let's redefine power together. Bye for now, and see you in the next video.